A lot of people think iPhones are basically immune to hackers. Well, newsflash, they're not. iPhones are very secure against traditional malware, but phishing links, scam texts, fake login pages, malicious Wi-Fi networks, and data tracking still target iPhone users every single day. And that false sense of security is exactly what attackers are relying on. So I tested the top free iPhone security apps to find the 5 that actually add useful protection where iOS still has gaps. When most people hear antivirus, they picture software constantly scanning a device for infected files and hidden malware like on a Windows PC. But iPhones work very differently. Apple uses a security system called sandboxing, which heavily isolates apps from each other. One app generally can't inspect another app or freely scan your device the way antivirus software can on Windows or Android. And that's also one of the main reasons that iPhones are so resistant to traditional malware. A simple way to picture it is this: a Windows PC is more like a regular house. If malware gets inside, it may be able to move between rooms and interact with other parts of the system. An iPhone works more like a high security hotel. Every app is locked inside its own private room, and apps can't freely wander the halls or open other doors. So these iPhone security apps aren't really hunting through your phone looking for viruses. They're acting more like lobby security, focusing on the threats iPhone users actually face most often: phishing links, scam links, fake login pages, malicious websites, dangerous Wi-Fi networks, and account breaches. So the real question isn't which app can find the most viruses, it's more which app does the best job protecting you from the threats that iPhone users actually face. And before we rank them, there are a couple important things that you should know about free iPhone security apps. Most are limited versions of a larger paid security suite. That usually means the strongest features, like unlimited VPN access, advanced phishing protection, scam filtering, identity monitoring, and full web protection, are locked behind some kind of subscription or paywall. Some apps on this list are genuinely free long-term, others rely more on free trials or limited feature access. So as we go through the rankings, I'll point out exactly what's free, what's limited, and what eventually requires payment so you know what you're actually getting before you install anything. Now, because of iPhone sandboxing, we can't test these apps the same way we would on a Windows PC by dropping malware onto the device. So instead, we focused on what matters the most for iPhone users: phishing and web protection. We tested each app using databases of known malicious and phishing-related URLs, including safe test pages from wickr.org, designed to check whether security tools correctly block dangerous websites. If the protection works properly, the app blocks the page before it loads. If it fails, well, the site opens normally with no warning. We also looked at how consistently each app blocked suspicious websites, how intrusive the alerts were, and how easy the protections were to use during normal browsing. Because on iPhone, that's really the core job of a security app: stopping dangerous links, scam pages, and suspicious websites before you interact with them. Number 5, PandaDome. PandaDome makes the list because its free iPhone app includes a few useful extras that many competitors lock behind a paywall. Its standout feature is anti-theft and device tracking. In our testing, Panda's location tracking was accurate, making it a useful backup alongside Apple's built-in Find My features. Panda also includes a free VPN for quick protection on public Wi-Fi. The limitation is that it's capped at 150 megabytes per day and automatically connects to pre-selected servers. That's enough for checking emails or briefly browsing on public Wi-Fi, but not enough for streaming or full-time privacy protection. The paid plan does unlock unlimited VPN data and more features, but overall, Panda's iPhone protection is still more basic than higher-ranked apps on this list. Panda is best for users who mainly want lightweight device tracking and occasional VPN protection in a free app. Number 4, Avast Mobile Security. Avast ranks number 4 because it offers solid phishing and web protection for free without forcing you into an immediate trial. Its standout feature is Web Shield, which blocks phishing pages, scam links, malicious redirects, and dangerous websites while you browse. In our testing, Avast blocks suspicious pages that slipped past some built-in browser protections, which is exactly the kind of threats that most iPhone users are likely to encounter. You also get a photo vault for locking sensitive photos behind Face ID or a PIN, plus breach monitoring and Wi-Fi security alerts. Some versions of the free app do include a limited VPN, but the data cap is restrictive, so it's mainly useful for occasional public Wi-Fi protection. The stronger privacy tools, unlimited VPN access, and additional scam protections are reserved for Avast paid plans. Overall, Avast is a good lightweight option for safer browsing and basic phishing protections without paying for a full security suite. Number 3, TotalAV Mobile Security. TotalAV combines cleanup tools, basic identity monitoring, and security features in a way that's easy for non-technical users to understand. Its best feature is Data Breach Check. You can enter your email address to see whether it's appeared in any known data leaks, and the other standout is Device Optimizer, which helps remove duplicate photos, screenshots, videos, similar images, and duplicate contacts. In our testing, it was one of the more practical cleanup tools for quickly freeing up iPhone storage. TotalAV also includes premium features like Web Shield, a VPN, a secure browser, and spam text protection, but that's also the biggest limitation of the free version because most of these stronger protections are locked behind the paid plans. So the free version is the best for cleanup and breach monitoring, while the paid version turns TotalAV into a more complete iPhone security app. Overall, TotalAV is a strong choice for users who want simple, clean tools, breach monitoring, and the option to upgrade later. Number 2 is Bitdefender Mobile Security. Bitdefender has some of the strongest phishing and web protections that we tested on today's list for iPhones. In AV Comparative September 2025 protection test, it scored a 99.1% online protection rate, and its standout feature is web protection. Bitdefender blocks phishing pages, fake login portals, scam redirects, and malicious links before they truly load in Safari. In our testing, it consistently outperformed most built-in browser protections, and Bitdefender also feels extremely lightweight because most of its threat analysis happens in the cloud, so the app runs quietly without noticeable battery drain or slowdown. Another feature we liked is scam protection. Bitdefender scans suspicious links in text, calendar invites, and browsing activity, then warns you if something appears to be fraudulent. The main limitation is that the stronger protections are tied to the premium version after the 7-day free trial ends. The free version becomes much more limited with a small VPN allowance, basic scans, and breach monitoring. Overall, Bitdefender is one of the best options for strong phishing protection without adding noticeable battery drain. If you want a deeper breakdown of all of Bitdefender's features, I've covered all of that in a full review linked down below. Number 1, Norton with the 60-day free pass. Norton takes the number 1 spot because it offers the strongest overall iPhone protection that we tested, especially against phishing links, scam texts, unsafe websites, suspicious Wi-Fi networks, and account takeover attempts. The main catch here is that Norton does not offer a permanent free tier. Instead, the free access comes through Norton Genie, its standalone AI scam detection app, and the 60-day money-back guarantee on Norton 360 plans. Norton Genie is the standout feature here. You can paste in a suspicious text, email, screenshot, or URL, and the AI analyzes whether it looks like a scam before you interact with it. The full Norton mobile security app adds the heavier protections. Safe SMS blocks scam text, Safe Web blocks phishing sites in real time, and Norton also includes Wi-Fi security alerts, dark web monitoring, and an unlimited data VPN on Norton 360 plans. Norton also delivered some of the strongest independent test results that we saw across this list. In AV Comparative September 2025 protection test, Norton 360 scored a 99.98 online protection rate. But the downside here is pretty obvious. After the trial or refund window ends, you'll need a paid Norton 360 plan to keep the full suite active. But if you want the most complete iPhone security setup on this list, then Norton is the clear winner. If you want a deeper breakdown of how Norton 360 holds up against AI-driven scams and malware, then I've covered all of that in a full review linked down below as well. So here's the final ranking. Panda is decent if your priority is device tracking and anti-theft tools. Avast is the better all-around free pick for safer browsing, Wi-Fi alerts, and basic phishing protections. TotalAV stands out more for cleanup and breach monitoring, especially for duplicate photos and leaked account checks. Bitdefender is one of the lightest apps that we tested, with excellent phishing protection and almost no noticeable battery impact. But Norton still takes the number 1 spot overall. It combines AI scam detection, SMS filtering, dark web monitoring, and an unlimited VPN into a much more complete iPhone security setup than any other app on today's list. The trade-off is that Norton isn't permanently free. Instead, you get the free Norton Genie app plus the 60-day money-back guarantee to test the full Norton 360 suite risk-free. We've put all the verified links for all 5 apps down in the description, including the free versions, premium plans, and the best available deals that are out there right now. And if you made it to the end of the video, drop a comment that says smishing still works, and I'll reply with a weird fact that most people don't know about how antivirus companies track phishing campaigns. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.